Hello and welcome to part 16 of the LENGA Explained by Gravitas Projects series. In this one, we're going to be talking about how the council want you to pay your development infrastructure levy, because sometimes it's not as simple as you might think. Yes, and getting into that, so the development infrastructure levy, including the drainage levy, will be collected by council as follows. I'm going to read 10 points out to you now.
You know what? We're not going to read 10 points. We are going to put this in a blog.
Well, what's the point in filming an episode then? We can do both.
For this one's too. We will lose people. I'd be like,
I'll do it right now. And if it's no good, then we just won't publish the episode.
Paying the DIL.
For the subdivision of residential land before the issue of statement of compliance under the Subdivision Act 1988, in respect to the subdivision creating any new residential lot. So you have to pay before you get your statement of compliance. So that's how the council ensure that you pay. They're going to withhold your statement of compliance. You have to pay it before you get that. 2, in relation to the development of commercial land, a planning permit condition must require the payment of the development contribution prior to the commencement of works unless there is an agreement with the responsible authority, which is the East Gippsland Shire Council, to secure the payment of the development contribution by some other means or other time frame. Easy.
3, the development infrastructure levy will be collected by the responsible authority, East Gippsland Shire Council, before the issue of a statement of compliance. A statement of compliance must not be issued until the development infrastructure levy is paid.
These are crap notes, aren't they? We've just repeated ourselves because of me. Because I write crap notes.
No, that's all right.
Well, now you really get it, don't you?
It's clear.
The responsible authority will impose conditions on a planning permit for subdivision or for the development of commercial land to collect the levies generally as follows. For subdivisions of residential land, a development infrastructure levy must be paid to the responsible authority in accordance with the provision of the approved development contribution plan for the land within the following specified time frame, namely after certification of the relevant plan of subdivision, but not more than 21 days prior to the issue of the statement of compliance in respect of that plan. 5. Where the subdivision is to be developed in stages. The development, so this is anyone doing a staged subdivision, which is a lot of people, especially on the bigger sites. I know we're selling 56 lots and we have a staged subdivision. I know that there's a site near us that is staged as well. Where the subdivision is to be developed in stages only may be paid to the responsible authority within the time frame specified, provided that a schedule of development contributions is submitted with each stage plan of subdivision. The schedule must show the amount of development contributions payable for each stage and paid in respect of prior stages to the satisfaction of the responsible authority. So you need to pay your development infrastructure levy before you receive statement of compliance for that stage. You do not need to pay your development infrastructure levy for all 9 stages before you get the first statement of compliance back. For those of you... There's a kookaburra. For those of you who are... That is actually... I'm struggling to think now. For those of you who are watching who don't know what a statement of compliance is, it is... He thinks it's funny.
I do too.
It's a certificate saying that you have followed engineering, you've delivered what the council permitted you to do. You have complied, and they are stating that. So it's a certificate saying you can now title the block. So once you receive statement of compliance, you can then go for titles. You lodge that to the titles office, and then they title the block. And when a block is titled, what that is it's going from being lot on plan of subdivision blah 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 to its own address. So it goes from being lot 652 Country Club Drive Lakes Entrance to 7 Mary Grove, for example.
64 Country Club Drive Lakes Entrance.
Yeah. So there you go.
Beautiful. You gonna go through it?
No.
I reckon the next one's really important.
Part 6?
Yeah.
Step
No.
6? Number 6? Read it.
No. I meant sorry, the next after 10.
Oh, okay, yeah. There is one other thing I want to talk about before we move on, though. We're not going to go through all of them because it is a bit repetitive. Funds collected through development contributions will be held in a specific interest-bearing reserve account, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want to talk about that.
What's the sound of that bird? This is loud.
Here you go. Here's a good one. Alternatively, infrastructure works and land may be provided by developers with a credit provided against their development contribution, subject to the agreement of the responsible authority. Council may enter into a SEC 173 agreement with landowners to formalise details of infrastructure items to be provided in kind. So if you're constructing something that's on your land that is to the benefit of what the council would provide you, or if you have open space that the council would otherwise have to acquire, rather than them paying you cash and you paying them cash, you enter into a SEC 173 agreement, Section 173 agreement, and they credit you. So you just pay less and they just acquire, rather than having to pay for something twice, which is logical. Yeah, so I think that's important to discuss. But other than that, that is the end of this part. It was pretty dry, to be honest with you, and that is the end of part 15.
16.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. End of part 16. Thank you so much for watching.